Hi. I just got back from yoga, so you'll have to forgive the crazy hair. But I was feeling really compelled this morning to jump on here and share with you a little bit more about the new way we're looking at family travel planning going into the next year. We just updated our services, and I'm super excited about all the different ways that you could work with us and wanted to make sure you knew about them. So, we've learned in the last couple of years that every family thinks about trip planning a little bit differently and enjoys a different part of the process. And that there are different levels of support and assistance and the types of trips that you want to plan. And we want to make sure that we can meet you where you are in your family travel journey and have flexibility in terms of how we work together and how we plan trips together. So, our family travel services now are based on a little bit of an a la carte model where you can pick and choose the type of support that you need. So I want to start here. This is our family travel blueprint, and it's our most popular service. It's where we really shine, and it's where most of you have started to try to work with us to plan your family trips. So this is where we help you go from idea to implementation and get that awesome trip booked and those awesome family hotels sort of ready for your vacation. So, by way of example, I had a client come to me 2 days ago, overwhelmed at the process of starting to plan her trip to Portugal with her family. She knew she wanted to fly into Lisbon. They were thinking maybe about Porto. They had two or three beach destinations and countryside destinations in mind. And she just sort of didn't know where to start and wanted to tap into our expertise about Portugal. A few days later, she's going to get a trip blueprint that I'm so excited about that lands her in Lisbon, highlights exactly how she's going to get to Porto, where I think she should stop in the countryside along the way, and a different couple of different options for beach stops that she could take, along with sort of a cadence and schedule for the trip that highlights roughly how many days she might spend in each area and the great hotels that she could choose to stay with her family. So now she's going to go from stuck 3 days ago to, I think, getting that trip booked next week. So this trip blueprint can really help you gain momentum and get that trip going and planned for you, but leave flexibility for you to then fill it in. This is exactly how we also plan our Caribbean trips, which you know we're known for. So if you're looking at 15 different islands and you can't figure out like what's the one for you, what has the right vibe, where is the right hotel, what's the right price point, whether it's a trip just for you and your family or maybe an extended multi-gen vacation where you all want a villa or a shared hotel, this is how we design your Caribbean trips as well, by helping you with a few different options of different islands that you could go to that might match your needs. From there, you can choose whether or not you want to fill in your trip with activities. So this is one of the things that we've just rolled out, which is a few different add-ons that can be added to your trip blueprint or done separately. So daily activities are not included in the trip blueprint because a lot of people like to fill that in themselves. Or maybe you, if you're going to the Caribbean, you don't want a daily itinerary. So we don't want to bake that into every trip and charge you for something that you don't need. But if you want a daily activity, so we're doing this right now for a family headed to Paris and London over Christmas. They want our help designing the blueprint, figuring out where to stay and when, and then also proposing an itinerary for every single day to help them make sure that they schedule their sites in the right way. But we can also do your daily activities separately from hotel bookings. If you already know where you're going, maybe you're an Airbnb family, maybe you've done a house swap, maybe you know you'll be in Paris for a week this summer and you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed. You had a great time picking your hotel or your Airbnb, but you're feeling overwhelmed about finding the best kid-friendly destinations. We've planned dozens of trips to Paris. We've researched all those tours. We've thought about how to hit Paris with your kids. We can help you with your daily activities. Same thing goes for hotel advice. Maybe you don't need the whole trip blueprint. Maybe you know exactly where you want to go. You want to go to Mallorca, but you don't know what family hotel options are available for you in that destination. Well, we do. We pride ourselves on researching the best family hotels all around the world, and our well of research over here is runs very deep, and we love to do it. So if you know exactly where you want to go, but you just want our advice on the best hotel that you could stay at with your families for the investment that you want to make and your tastes, or even perhaps an apartment that you would like help finding, we could also just do hotel advice. And then again, we could add daily activities if you're interested. So this lets you bring us in at the part of your trip at the inception, or after you've already kind of got that trip in place, and let us help you in the way that makes the most sense. And then finally, I do want to flag too that we do full service planning. Put my face over here on top of my face. This is for the trips that are a little bit more high touch. This is where the luxury travel side of us really comes out. We've been working in a network of luxury travel advisors to build relationships all around the world with really amazing in-country destination specialists. We have teams we love to work with in Belize and Costa Rica, teams we love to work with in Spain and Portugal, and elsewhere around the world in Europe and Switzerland. And the full service itinerary, we work with one of those destination specialists to craft you a turnkey itinerary that really has elevated experiences. So if you're thinking you want a cooking class with your kids, with a vetted guide that you know is going to be great with families, private transfers, behind the scene tours of an art museum, boat days, and you want this trip to just go seamlessly and not have to worry about piecing anything together, then this is the service for you. So we work here to put together an A to Z trip that will come as a package price, including whatever transfers you need and transportation. We'll add on dining, we'll add on spa reservations as your trip gets closer. We handle it all, and we do it in a package with one of our preferred in destination partners who can also provide support for you when you're on the ground. So we just had a family travel this way with us to Portugal. We arranged 3 stops for them. We helped to arrange their rental car. We made dining reservations with the assistance of our partner, and their flight got delayed. And on the first day, they had a tour scheduled, they had dining reservations. All they had to do was text the WhatsApp number of our partner, and all of that got moved for them to accommodate their delay. Those are the kinds of little added touches that we can help with when we're designing a full service itinerary. So we consider this sort of our higher touch, higher luxury level experience trip that's great for a lot of trips and for a lot of families, but maybe not for every trip and maybe not for every family, which is why we've sort of structured our services now to help meet you where you are and think about the types of trips you want to plan with your families. So we're really excited to work with you in this coming year. If you haven't worked with us yet, thanks for watching, and I hope that you've seen something on here that will spark some inspiration to work with us soon.